I'm Sharon Bill. Welcome to my Music Theory Tuition series where I work with you step by step through the ABRSM Discovering Music Theory grades. I'll work through every single exercise and explain everything you need to know. You can access information about the books I have available to help you on my website. Go to sharonbill.com. For advert-free and longer lessons, you can become a patron at patreon.com/SharonBill. If you can give me a like, that would be super, and please do subscribe to my channel to stay updated. You can support this channel by buying me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/SharonBill. Let's press on now, moving on to page 8 of the Grade 4 Discovering Music Theory workbook, moving on to chapter 2, which continues to look at the topic of rhythm. And on this page we learn about the new time signature 4/8, which we know this bottom number 8 refers to quaver beats, and so here we have 4 quaver beats, and here we can see we've got 4 crotchet beats. Now 4 quaver beats is a simple time signature. It's in groups of 2, of course, so not every time signature that has 8 at the bottom is compound. We know that 3/8 is a simple time signature, so also is 4/8, and we can see that it groups still into crotchet beats. We group it into half bars because we don't want individual quavers like this, so we just group it in half bars in crotchet beats, just as we've done before. And just like in 4/4, you don't beam over the halfway point in the bar. You just show each half bar. Anything smaller in value than a crotchet, we don't want just individual quavers. And so you can see it's much easier to read grouped that way, isn't it? And we've done it before where we can just kind of double up the time. So this is quadruple time, our unit value is a quaver. This is quadruple time, 4 beats per bar, our unit value is a crotchet. These will sound exactly the same. We've just changed the way that we count it. And as I've said before, it's like saying 0.5 or 1/2 or 2/4 or 4/8. It all means the same. You're just counting it differently, aren't you? So here you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Just counting each beat, each quaver as a beat. And this will sound exactly the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3, 4. We say 1 and 2 and it's really what we're doing is 1/2, 2/2. It's just a bit of a mouthful saying half, isn't it? And so we get the opportunity to look into that a bit further on exercise 1, where we need to show whether it's been correctly or incorrectly converted, counting in crotchet beats or quaver beats. And so I suggest you just sketch out above what it should look like when you convert it, and then it's easy to compare and see if it's correct or not. So let's look at this first one together. So we have 4 beats in a bar, each unit beat is a crotchet. Here we have 4 beats in a bar, so the musical kind of meter hasn't changed, but now we're counting in quaver beats. So you can see we're going to have to halve everything. And so let's just see what that would look like. So we've got a dotted crotchet becomes a dotted quaver. A quaver will become a semi-quaver. And then, of course, because these are less than a crotchet beat, we beam them together to show a crotchet beat. 2 quavers become semi-quavers. And then a crotchet becomes a quaver. And again, we'll beam those. A minim halved becomes a crotchet. A quaver halved becomes a semi-quaver. Now semi-quavers halved become demi-semis. And then a quaver becomes a semi. And of course they will be beamed. So you'll see 2 beams and then 3 beams. And then a quaver rest becomes a semi-quaver rest. Let's see what we've got. So we've got dotted quaver semi, 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 quaver, crotchet, semi, demi-semi, demi-semi, semi, semiquaver rest. That's exactly correct. So do press pause and go on ahead and try the remaining exercises B, C and D, and then pop back into the video and we'll check them through together. So in exercise B, we have 4 beats in a bar, each beat is a crotchet. And here we have 4 beats in the bar, each beat is a quaver. So we're going to have to halve everything. You can see very clearly. I always diagram that out so we can see very clearly that we're going to have to halve everything. So a minim would become a crotchet. A dotted crotchet would become a dotted quaver, followed by a semiquaver now. And then again, a quaver becomes a semiquaver with a semiquaver rest. Here we have 3 quavers in a triplet, so that would become 3 semiquavers in a triplet. And then a minim becomes a crotchet. So what have we got here? We got, oh, and of course, let's just look at the beaming. They will be beamed together. And then these will be beamed together, won't they? So let's look at this. We have a crotchet, dotted quaver, semiquaver. Now we have a quaver instead of a semiquaver and a semiquaver rest, don't we? Then we don't have the triplet at all. We've changed the values. This is completely changed, so that's wrong. It all goes wrong there. We are not in any position to change the composer's original intent. We're just changing the unit value. We can't change the musical flow of it at all. Now here you can see we're going the other way around. So here we've got 4 beats in a bar, each beat is a quaver. Here we've got 4 beats in a bar, each beat is a crotchet. So we're actually going to have to double everything now. So here, semiquaver becomes quaver. Semiquaver becomes quaver, they'll be beamed. Quaver becomes crotchet, quaver becomes crotchet. 3 semiquavers become 3 quavers with a triplet. Then that will become a dotted minim with, instead of a quaver rest, it become a crotchet rest. What have we got? So we've got quaver, quaver, crotchet, crotchet, 3 quavers with a triplet. That bar's correct. However, here, instead of having a dotted minim crotchet, they've evened it out into a minim and then a minim rest. So they've actually changed the composer's intent by making this note shorter and the rest longer. So that's incorrect. And again, we're counting 4 quaver beats per bar, and we've got to convert that to 4 crotchet beats per bar, so we're going to be doubling everything. So let's see what we should have. So a semiquaver will become a quaver, 2 demi-semis will become 2 semis, so they'll be beamed together. A quaver becomes a crotchet, a semiquaver becomes a quaver, 2 demi-semis become semiquavers, so they'll be beamed together. A quaver becomes a crotchet, and then this double dotted quaver would become a double dotted crotchet, and then instead of being a demi-semi we lose one of these kind of beams and it becomes a quaver, and then we finish, instead of a crotchet we double that to a minim. Let's see what we've got. Quaver, semi-semi, crotchet, quaver, semi-semi, crotchet, double dotted crotchet, semiquaver, minim. That's exactly correct. That's that exercise completed, and that's page 8, nicely finished. I hope this is helpful to your studies. Please do like and subscribe to stay updated. If you'd like to support this channel, you can buy me a coffee, and for advert-free lessons you can become a patron. Do visit my website where you'll find many resources available to help you. Visit sharonbill.com. Thanks for watching. Bye.